take that side. I'll take this.
I'm stepping.
That's a whole other story. That's the Weather Channel story.
You know if it's Jim Cantori around there.
We're in the wrong place. That's right.
All right, mic check, 1, 2, 3, sound check. Sound check, 1, 2, 3, 4, sound check.
It's heavy with all these mics on it.
Somebody think of that right here.
Then they're going to get wet.
There you go.
Actually, he should go right there. Oh, I'm sorry. You're good. Yeah, I'll be like right here.
Okay.
Is that good? Okay, good. You're going to be speaking soon? How about if he goes here?
Put the Chiefs in. No, I ain't gonna look like them. Unbelievable. They're trying to convince me to put my campaign hat on. So I said, there ain't no way in hell I'm gonna look like troopers out here. Okay. It's not a bad thing to look like. That's true. It's not a bad thing.
Yep. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. ABC. 1, 2, 3. Everybody good? Patrick. All right. So, if you guys are ready. So I'm.
We got panic mode already.
Hold on.
Stand by.
Let's tell us when you're.
Can you start one more mic check?
I will.
Mic check.
Mic check. ABC. 1, 2, 3. Everybody good? Okay. Good morning. I'm Lieutenant Pat Reardon. That's Pat, P-A-T, common spelling, last name Reardon, R-I-O-R-D-A-N. I'm the Public Affairs Officer for Troop B of the Florida Highway Patrol, and I'm joined this morning by Marion County Sheriff Billy Woods. Really briefly, I can tell you what we know at this point. When I conclude, I'm going to let the sheriff make any comments he wants to make, but I'm not going to be taking questions beyond what I'm going to tell you at this point, because I'm going to tell you everything I know at this point, which is at approximately 6:35 a.m. this morning, we had a 2010 International retired school bus that was traveling west on State Road 40 here in Marion County on the outskirts of Dunellen. That vehicle is traveling west. We had a 2001 Ford pickup. It was a Ranger model that was traveling east. That vehicle, for unknown reasons, traveled toward the center line, and the vehicles had a collision of a side swipe type manner. Post collision, the school bus traveled off the roadway onto the grass shoulder, where it went through a fence, struck a tree, and overturned. At this point, we have 8 confirmed fatalities. We've had approximately 40 people transported to local area hospitals. Some of those are also in very serious condition, so there's high probability this may be beyond 8 fatalities. And the driver of the Ford pickup was also transported to the hospital with serious injuries. At this point, we are conducting a massive traffic homicide investigation. We have a full team and then some here on the scene, and our traffic homicide investigation team is some of the best at what they do. This will be a very long and lengthy and thorough investigation. We do not get in a hurry to conclude what happened until we have all the facts. And with that, I can tell you that it's going to be probably 6 months at least before we conclude factually what transpired here today. But that's what I know at this point. We will have this road closed until our investigators can do everything they need to do on the scene as far as mapping, measurements, photography, whatever is included in their on-scene investigation. We've also been joined by our Commercial Motor Vehicle Bureau. They're going to be doing some of the legwork and the inspections on the bus that was involved. What I can tell you that there was approximately 50 people on this bus. My understanding, they were farm workers and they were en route to a farm in the area. The status of those folks, I do not have all that information. That's as much as I know at this point. And I will say that in a scene like this, we also depend and we value the relationships and the friendships and the working relationship that we have with our counterparts in law enforcement and the fire department. Without these folks, we couldn't do what we're statutorily mandated to do to the best of our abilities. So with that, I will turn it over to Sheriff Woods for brief comments. And again, we'll have more information as it becomes available. And that's all I have at this point. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Obviously, we're here because of a tragedy. We got 8 dead people. Now, as you've heard the lieutenant already tell you, they're doing their investigation, and I'm here to assure you they are the best in this United States, the Florida Highway Patrol. They do an outstanding job in their investigations, and they will find out the cause as long as the evidence, the physical evidence, and everything points to it. Now, obviously, there's challenges right now for all of us. Language barrier on some of the occasion, but we have personnel, they have personnel. I'm providing some of my support staff that's bilingual to help them, assist them in this process as well. And for everybody that's watching on the cameras out here right now, this is what you need to know, is when what he just mentioned is when we come together because of this tragedy of individuals here in my county, that we work together. You know, there were 30 plus ambulances on scene to get these people the help they need. Now, Chief Jamie Banta of the Marion County Fire Rescue, his team does a fabulous job. They were here. He had probably, I believe it was around 40 different apparatuses out here on scene to find the survivors, get them the help of which they need, and obviously my team's here as well too. And we will figure out what it is. Now, we all know the growth in which we're facing, because here's what I'm going to hear off of the cameras, okay? Is I'm going to hear about the growth that's happening here in the state, here in Marion County, the amount of traffic. Traffic is a problem. We are always out here. We are constantly with FHP doing everything we can to monitor traffic and hopefully curb and prevent stuff like this. But unfortunately, it does, and it's going to occur. But we are here to help them every single day. All I got for the moment. Anybody want to ask a question?
There's suggestions that the workers were migrant workers who are heading to Cannon Farm. Can you say anything about that?
Yes, I will. I get this question all the time about the individuals coming into the county. This is a very large county. For your viewers that don't know this, we're the 5th largest county in this state. We are a very big agricultural county. So this time of year, we always have migrant workers that are in our county that are on buses just like this. Because I've already gotten the phone calls, already got the messages, my PIOs, about it being out there being a school bus. It has nothing to do with the school districts. It's not a bus for it. It is a bus with migrant workers. And it's everything that we know now, everything that we're beginning to see is exactly what it was. Migrant workers here. And that's where we're here to help. Yes, ma'am.
The other question was whether or not they were documented or undocumented. There's been some confusion. Were these legal workers?
I don't want to give you misinformation. Everything that I have been told at this point, they all have what they need to be here. There's no reason for me to be involved with these individuals. They're hard-working individuals, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with them being here.
Do we know if the pickup truck was trying to pass the bus or pass another vehicle?
We don't know that right now. We ain't got anything. Yes, ma'am.
Obviously, it's raining right now. It was a little earlier. So, are you looking into weather, or is it believed whether or not that was a factor in this?
That's always a factor because of the time of the morning. You know, people claim the sun was in their eyes just because of the clear rain. It's always a factor. And look, I have a little heart for FHP because that was my field when I worked at Ocala Police Department. I worked traffic homicides. That was part of my job, and I understand. So everything that you're asking, weather, yes, it plays a factor. We have to look into it. We have to know if the roads were wet. What other circumstances out here? Was there something else that caused the crash? We don't know right now. Yes, sir. Back behind you. I don't have that right now. Yes, sir.
Sheriff, are you able to say whether you believe that you'll be able to speak with the driver of either vehicle to determine, based on their view of what happened?
The drivers are always interviewed.
But,
Now, I don't know where
capable-
FHP is at that stage. There's a process, okay? Obviously, the main process right now is getting initial interviews, and then part of the process is collecting all this evidence, okay? And we do have deceased individuals here. So we got to, have respect for the deceased. Let's make that perfectly clear, all right? And also to ensure that we collect all evidence that helps us show what caused the crash.
But is,
So
the
I'm gonna,
driver of either vehicle incapacitated or
I don't know.
seriously injured?
That I do not know. I don't have an answer to that.
Obviously, still being worked through. Do we have an age range of maybe the people that were on the bus headed?
I do not. No, ma'am. Yes,
Were
ma'am.
there seatbelts on the bus?
I do not know.
Do we know if there were any outside witnesses besides the people on the bus?
Don't know. Sorry.
Sheriff, can you say a word for the families of these victims who are undoubtedly getting horrendous news?
You know, my heart goes out to them. All right. I've worked many fatalities in my career, and this is the death that you do not expect from your family members. Everybody that's standing right here and your viewers out here, this is the death that is a shock to you, and it's going to be hard on them, and rightfully so because they just lost a loved one. My heart pleads for them. My heart goes out to them. I pray that the good Lord will give them whatever peace that He can to make them through this. And hopefully, and I'm confident, we will have answers for the family to be able to get them closure of why we have this crash today.
Have they all been notified?
I do not know. All righty.
One final question.
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
Reiterate how much of the road is blocked off. Is it 140th to 180th?
Yep. 140th to what?
180th.
180th Avenue.
Would
And
they
it's
go
a good
to
shirt.
Watermelon farm?
I don't
That's
know.
what's been reported.
I can't confirm or deny. I don't know what that farm has in crops right now.
Did you say both the vehicles were going in the same direction?
No, ma'am, I did
One
not.
was coming this way and one was going the other way?
Correct. One was the bus was going west, the pickup was coming east.
One lane on each side?
Yes.
And it's no passing allowed here?
I don't know where the exact point of collision was. But let me step back in here for a minute, excuse me, Chair. One, the sheriff brought up and he spoke about, I will add that although we have what we're going on right here is a very in-depth process, and it's been brought up, one of our priorities as well as here on the scene is to make what we call next of kin notification. That sometimes is a difficult process when folks live out of the area, but we're going to do the best ability that we can to make next of kin notification as quickly as possible. Again, I wish I could take more questions, but at this point, that's all I know. This will conclude our press conference, and we will put out more information as soon as we have more information to provide you. Thank you.
One more, how long will this be blocked?
Hours potentially,
Yes.
right? 6, 8 hours.
Yes.
It'll be late afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey.